بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين وصلى الله وسلم على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. It's befitting of us to talk about, before we begin the book, Halloween, since tomorrow is Halloween, and understanding Halloween and where it came from, and what does Islam say about Halloween. So Halloween is an ancient festival. It comes from an old Celtic festival called Samhain, celebrated over 2,000 years ago in places like Ireland and the UK. So the Celts believed that on October 31st, that the ghost could come back to earth because the border between the living and the dead was weak. And allowing spirits to come back and haunt the people. So what they did was, they did four things. Number one, they lit bonfires to scare them away, to scare away the bad spirits. Number two, they sacrificed animals to please their gods. Number three, they wore costumes to look scary and frighten away the spirits. And number four, they carved pumpkins so that the light of the pumpkins would guide the lost spirits and keep them away from their homes. Some girls even believed that they could see their future husbands through Halloween games and activities and sihr. What a lot of kids do on this day also is trick-or-treating. So on this night, the kids dress up in costumes and go from house to house asking for candies, money, and small treats. So the idea is that if someone doesn't give them treats to the costumed kids, then something spooky might happen to their house. Now that we know a bit about the history, when the Romans took over the Celtic lands, they mixed their own festivals with Halloween. So Halloween changed and mixed with other traditions. So that being said, they think that on the 31st, it's the last day of summer. And then on the 1st of November, it's the first day of winter. That's what they believed. So the Christian church then made November 1st All Saints' Day to honor the saints. And then originally it was called All Hallows' Eve, and then it turned later on to Halloween. What does Islam say about this? It's really important to be careful about participating in Halloween because it's based on old belief that are not part of Islam. The tradition itself involves shirk, which means associating partnerships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If someone thinks that dressing up like a ghost or dressing up in a costume can bring good luck or protect them from the spirits, then this is considered major shirk. If someone just wants to join the fun and gets invited to a house party, for example, on Halloween, but they don't believe in the spooky stuff and that is shirk and that nothing will come out on that night, then this is still not right and is a major sin. Because the Prophet ﷺ, when he came to Medina, and then وَلَهُمْ يَوْمَانِ يَلْعَبُونَ فِيهِمَا, and when he came to Medina, the people had 2 days on which they engaged in games, Ahl al-Medina. So they used to play games in these 2 days. And then the Prophet ﷺ told them, he said, قد أبدلكم الله بهما خيرا منهما. He said, قد أبدلكم الله بهما خيرا منهما يوم الأضحى ويوم الفطر. Then here he said that Allah has substituted for you these 2 days that you guys are engaging in games and having fun. Allah has substituted for you something better than these 2 days, which is يوم الأضحى, Eid يوم الأضحى, the day of the sacrifice, and the day of breaking the fast. Reporting Abu Dawood. نعم. رواه Abu Dawood والنسائي. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also talks about the Ibadur Rahman, and then he says, وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَشْهَدُونَ الزُّورِ. So here, falsehood, Ibn Kathir, Mujahid, and a lot of the Salaf said Az-zur, falsehood here refers to the festivals of the idol worshippers. Like Halloween now would go into Az-zur, Christmas would go into Az-zur, Valentine's Day would go into Az-zur, Easter would go into Az-zur. وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَشْهَدُونَ الزُّورِ. So when he talked about Ibadur Rahman and their characteristics, he said, From them are those who do not witness falsehood, meaning witness the festivals of the idol worshippers. نعم. وإذا مروا باللغو مروا كراما. نعم. طيب. And the Prophet ﷺ also said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." He said that whoever imitates a people is one of them. And another problem is a lot of masajid, like days like tomorrow, they will talk about themes like Jahannam, Halloween, Jahannam, what Islam say about Jahannam. This is not allowed. Why do you have to talk about Jahannam on a day like Halloween? You have all year to talk about Jahannam. So they're using the Halloween theme to get people closer to the deen by talking about Jahannam, talking about Shaitan, talking about the people of Jahannam. You have all year. Why do you have to use the Halloween theme and the idol worship's day to talk about Jahannam? That's not allowed too. Okay? So we'll end here. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in.